In this video, we're going to find the x component of gravity and the acceleration of the block as it's being pulled by another object up an incline of 35 degrees. The first thing you should do is make a force body diagram of the object. This one is drawn with the axis tilted, so FG is pointing straight down, the normal force is perpendicular, and the force of friction is pointing to the left, and the force of tension is pointing upright. So to find the component, you have to do trigonometry, right angle, and the 35 degree angle would be in this corner, and you do sine 35 equals, and 150 was determined when you do the mass times gravity, which we assume to be 10, and the mass was 15 kilograms. After doing the math, FGX turns out to be 86.04. But now to find the acceleration, we would use the formula F net equals ma. So F net would equal the force of tension minus the force of friction plus FGX equals the mass times acceleration. Because the force of friction and the component of gravity, the x component, they both point in the opposite direction of the force of tension. So we have to find the force of friction. So we know we gotta do this. Normal force. But before that, we have to find the normal force, which should be equivalent to FGY because they're on the same axes and they're balanced. So we do more trigonometry. 150 cos 35 equals 122.88 newtons. We use cosine because FGY, this part is adjacent to the angle, and 150 is the hypotenuse of the triangle. Since this is that, FGY equals the normal force, so we can now plug it into the formula. Force of friction equals 0.3 times 122.88, and the force of friction is going to equal 36.861 newtons. Finally, we could plug in all the values we found: force of friction, FGX, force of tension, and the mass into this formula to find the acceleration. So force of tension was 150 minus 36.836 plus 86.04 equals 15A. We're going to get 150 minus 122. Next we'll get 27.09 equals 15A, and you divide by 15 on both sides, and the acceleration equals 1.8066 meters per second squared if you don't round, which I didn't do. These are our final answers.